What's good, guys? So I got some DB replays for you. This is between Pure Zoo and Tri-Brigade Zoo. So decks for the next format, but we're playing. This is gonna be May format, so we're not playing with the new cards yet. But I really do think Zoos, both variants are gonna be good next format. But like, let's get on to it. Tanky. Okay, wait. Let me stop for a second. So I activated Tanky, and my boy actually ashed it. I never recommend doing that, especially because I was playing even in Pure Zoo or Tri Brigade Zoo. I just think it's incorrect, but he did it anyway, and it actually worked out. So sometimes you just don't get punished, but whatever. But yeah, so like I have no play. I set 3 pass, and then his turn, and his hand isn't that good yet. But he's gonna pot of desires, and I believe he draws some crazy cards. And all I have is Droll, and Droll isn't that good into this deck. Droll is just in there because of Dragon Link right now. So yeah, Barrage, Fractal, that's kind of crazy. But I think my traps can stop. I go Cosmic. He puts it back in the deck by accident. But yeah, it's banished. I really have to draw a Zoo on my turn. But he can play, but I believe he chooses to just set Crunchel. Yeah, because he wants to get value out of it. And if he tries to combo, then he won't be able to get value out of it. And I draw Monster Reborn. That's not that good. It sucks when you can't draw a Zoo and there's 16 of them in the deck. My boy draws, and I believe he starts comboing now because he realizes I don't have a card to play with yet, and he's just gonna go. So he goes Fractal, send, Nerval's gonna add Fractal. Yeah, this deck is crazy. The fact that like it's not just normal summon reliance, just like Pure Zoo is, that's literally the like biggest downfall of Pure Zoo right now. I wish Barrage was at 3, but then Tri-Brigade's probably crazier. So he goes Karas, discard. I have to answer this. I'm not trying to let him link summon just yet. IDP. An Ice Dragon's Prison is just so crazy right now. I think everybody should be on it if you're like playing a control deck. Goes Fractal, and then I have to answer the Fractal too. As soon as he gets going, like it's gonna be really hard because all the Link monsters just have effects when they go to graveyard, so I don't want that like going yet. And now I'm really on a top deck situation. And I get a Zoo, and it was very likely for me to draw a Zoo right there. It's not like I got lucky. There's 16 of them. It was just weird that I only had one, and I got punished for the Ash on the Tanky. But yeah, so I go Whiptail, and I think this is a misplay by my boy. I don't think you need to Torrential on the normal summon. You can literally wait until I make this Zeus because I'm gonna waste a bunch of materials, and you can Torrential on that. But he Torrentials on this, and most of the time this is gonna work out, and I'm gonna pass my turn. But this time I actually happen to have Monster Reborn, and yeah, it's the one of the only extenders that get me out of this is Monster Reborn or Barrage, and I happen to have Monster Reborn, which is nice. And I think most Pure Zoo decks play Monster Reborn. So yeah, I get my whip. And then I'm in a good situation right now. I don't want to play into a Zeus, so I believe I just make Dryden. Yeah. I could have just made Zeus for like 1 cent, but I was just like, I'll just make Dryden for now. And then he has no plays yet, double desires Nibiru. And he did have Nibiru, like, I anticipated that. And then I'm just gonna keep poking with it. I don't want to play into anything right now. No Gamma, no Nibiru, nothing. I could go Chakanai, but there's no point. I feel like he has no play, and he doesn't have a play. So whenever he draws a play, a Dryden Pop can actually deal with it. And now, yeah, I'm just gonna keep poking. I'm in a very good situation right now. I know that all of his cards are useless. And I'm just getting a lot of advantage. TT. See, like, I wouldn't even summon a monster because I already saw TT once. I believe I draw a monster, and I don't even want to summon it yet because I'm scared of TT. Whiptail's going to banish the defense position. I think what happened is his desires just really screwed him over and probably hit a bunch of his Tri-Brigades. But yeah, see, he draws Tanky, finally at play, but I think it's clear. I have Trap Card set up now. I'm going to just activate Order. If I activate Dryden there instead, I just get Striked, which would have been really bad. See, I draw Thoroughblade. I could summon Thoroughblade and actually try to win the game, but I'm scared of TT. And I think he does. I believe, yeah, he did set TT. He draws Whiptail, another play, but I just have Traps now, so... in a moment like this is literally the control game. You have the advantage. This is when you simplify the game state like this, Pure Zoo's actually really good. And then, yeah, that's game 1. Game 2, he's going to be going first. I'm going to go second. I sided a bunch of cards in. You have to side a bunch of cards in. And I draw a pretty good hand. Tanky, Whiptail, Ash, Nibiru, and Desires. That's like a perfect hand right there. He goes Desires. I'm always going to Ash Desires. And unfortunately, Call by the 1-0. Draws 2. Wow, damn, I didn't realize his hands were so bad. Game 2 he had 2 desires, game 1 he had like 3 desires. Goes Karas. Yep. This is gonna be like the full combo Fractal. But I have Nibiru. I'm thinking I'm pretty safe. No matter what he's gonna do, I think Nibiru's gonna catch him. Usually it catches Tri-Brigade unless they go for an early Appaloosa. So I'm just gonna keep waiting until I see that it's a good point where he's about to go for Appo. So right now after this, see, this is the unfortunate thing. He on that draws Whiptail, so he didn't normal summon at all. So now I'm gonna use Nibiru when I see that he has a way to make Appaloosa. So I'm gonna wait until Fractal activates his effect, summons a Link monster, then I have to Nibiru or else he's gonna use these 2 to make Appo. That's what my thought process is. I don't know if he's actually gonna do that, but that's what I was thinking. So I believe he goes Fractal effect, he summons the Double Dragon, and right here I think I do have to Nibiru. Let me know if you guys think I could do something else, but I don't think waiting is worth it, and I just have to. The only thing that gets him out of this is him having a good normal summon. The only normal summon has to be a Zoo monster. So yeah, I go Nibiru because the Apple might just come out right here. I don't even know if most of them are gonna keep playing Apple, but I believe they are because Apple's kind of crazy. Apple, I'm thinking I'm really safe. He gets a token. And then he summons Whiptail. I'm like, oh damn it, he had it, and I just realized he drew it off the Frigette, so that's very unfortunate. And then he's gonna summon Dryden, and this is the annoying thing about Pure Zoo. Like, you literally can't play out of Dryden Pop unless you have, like, look at my hand. I have 3 Zoos. They all just die to Dryden Pop. I go Desires, and he has Ash too. That's unfortunate. And I draw lanes. 4 Zoos in my hand. This is so crazy. I have to get Thorough to try to draw an extender, or else I just lose to 1 pop. On the summon, he's just gonna do it, so I don't make Dryden. And then I draw a Reboot. Not gonna do anything. I have to keep waiting for next turn. Yep. He's just gonna attack with a token and Dryden. Very unfortunate. On my draw, I have to draw Reborn or Barrage, or like I side in Storm, but even that's not good because I have face up Tanky, and then I just draw Ram. I have to make Dryden, he's not gonna pop it, and then he has Strike 2. I reboot it, but even then, this isn't enough. He's gonna set Revolt, like I'm so far behind, I have no way to deal with it, and Dryden's just gonna pop my Zoo, and guess what, I can't play. So that's game 2, he got it. Game 3, I think I'm choosing to go first. Yeah, I'm not letting Tri-Brigade go first. Am I 4 Zoos again? But this isn't that bad. I could go Thorough draw. So Thoroughblade draw. I draw Ash. That's really nice. So I'm gonna have a Dryden. I believe I'm gonna make Chakanai just to get Ram back because I'm not really scared of Nibiru. Game 3. I don't think most people are gonna keep Nibiru in versus Pure Zoo. I'll keep it in against Tri-Brigade Zoo, but not Pure Zoo. It's kind of waste. I feel like Pure Zoo should always try to play around. Most decks play around it. So game 3, like they're not gonna keep it in. If they keep it in, like most of the time, I'm not gonna play into it. But such strike, this is 3 interruptions. Dryden, Strike, Ash. But then this is just like the normal Tri-Brigade hands. Nerval, adds Karas. He's popping off. And then I have to pop it. I don't want him to Link summon yet. Then he summons this, and then I'm gonna strike this. Yeah, you have to strike this. Oh, you go in for 4, so he's trying to summon the big one. And then he sets both Revolts. This is gonna suck. You guys are gonna see. It's so hard to deal with Revolt in this deck. I honestly think going forward I might be playing like Droplets or Chalice into the next format just because you have to deal with the Link 4 that comes out that banishes them. This deck just can't deal with normal summons being removed from the field. He goes Revolt in battle phase for the 4. He's gonna Link summon. And then he's gonna... Let me see what he's doing. He's gonna use the effect. And he thinks I'm just gonna pop it right away, but I'm not gonna do that. He's using the effect, and I believe I use Dryden's effect because popping it doesn't do anything. He's just gonna actually get too much advantage, and like I can't win then. So I had a different idea in mind. So I go Dryden, pop my Ram. So now Ram's gonna trigger to summon something out of graveyard, and now he has to banish something. He's gonna banish my Dryden. Ram's gonna bring my Hammer Kong back, but I have Whiptail in hand, so I'm gonna use my Whiptail to equip and try to deal with this, and he's adding his cards. Revolt is just so absurd. This looks so minus, I swear. This is so neg, the way I have to deal with it. If I just had Chalice, I think I would be lit, but like, I deal with it, my monster dies, but Whiptail banishes it so he doesn't get his search. And now I didn't normal summon either, so main phase 2, I'm gonna normal summon, and XYZ did battle, so I have the chance to go for Zeus. And like my misplay, I didn't actually, that was a misclick, but my misplay I think is right here. This was very unfortunate, and I think this is the game deciding play. So the whole time I'm thinking he's not gonna, like, there's no way he just set 2 Revolt randomly, and if it's Torrential, IDP, or Strike, my Zeus is gonna die anyway, so I was just like, oh, I'll just, it's either a bluff, like a set Desires or something, or like something that doesn't activate, but like that was just wrong, because like I actually just lose if it's double Revolt. And I was talking to him about it this whole time. I was just like, oh, damn, I should have just actually used Zeus, and then I have another Zeus effect. And with Order, if he has spells. So maybe that's the game-deciding play, but, like, now he flips the Revolt, and I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I just actually lose. I felt so safe, too, but that's definitely a misplay right there. And then, yeah, that's the game, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this game. Tri-Brigade Zoo is actually fucking insane, I swear. But, yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll have more DB replays for you guys.